Once again, it is tube time. Come patronize us at Colston and Brown Barbershop, 706 Bank Street, Wiley, 35224. And the cut we're doing today is the taper blend, the skint taper blend. And I'm using now is what we call the fabulous gold trimmers. And these trimmers, boy, they are hitting hard. And they're hitting hard because I had to zero gap them. And what I mean by you had to get these blades so close to not going over the other blades so that they're not cutting the client. And they tell you on these different tutorials that these trimmers, when you buy them, they are ready to use. Once they get out the box, they are ready. But when I got mine out the box, they wasn't ready. And I had to zero gap them myself. But I did a great job at doing it because I don't have to apply that much pressure to get a fresh line to make that cut look professional as possible. And as you can see, I'm barely touching this client's face, and which I love that because I hate having to keep going over a line because it starts irritating the skin. Okay, I done picked up my ballers now, which I am doing. I did so to do my skin to start off with the skin blend. And a lot of other barbers, they use like trimmers or whatever they feel is more comfortable to them. But I feel comfortable with my ballers, and I also use it to hit little spots on the neck as well. Okay, now I done picked up my Andes trimmers, which I have customized myself by cutting the head of them off to have that skeleton look, so that that blade would stick out more to make it easier to get in areas that were difficult at times to get to at first. But this way, it makes it so conveniently easy to get to hard to get areas and be able to make a line that can really stand out and look real professional on the client. Okay, now I done picked up my Fabulous clippers, which I have started my second line in the skin blend. I got the skin. I'm going to the step 2 phase to go up and against the grain all around the head on each end. Okay, I done put the guard on, like that's a 0.5 guard. Well, it was a 1. I went to the 0.5 to do an all over low. And as you can see, me being high with the camera, that my client is thin on the top. So my job is to try to get this cut low enough to blend in with that low spot and not go too low or leave it too high where you will have a high and low spot going on at the top of his head, where it look like it's obvious that this client is thinning at the top. So your job is to actually make it look normal and not like the client is actually thinning. And that blend got to almost be perfect, and that's why I'm going with the grain. At first I was going against the grain so to give an even cut. Now I'm going with the grain to get a smooth cut, to make it blend. And as you can see, that cape that I have on my client, it's a see-through cape, which enables the client to be able to see their phones, their social media, because that's the way of the world now, and they can't really just survive seeing like without being able to be on social media 24/7 like myself. Okay, on my knuckle, as you can see, I have the brush knuckle, the knuckle brush, which allows you to be able to keep that brush in your hand and brush the client's hair without having to put that brush down. And it's so convenient, and it cut down on time. I love that brush. That was a good idea, whoever came up with it. I would like to shake their hand. And you notice that the client's mouth is moving, so that means that he's carrying on a conversation with me. And that's the thing that I really try to do and have with a client. I like to have a conversation. I like to be my client's friend and be able to talk to them about anything, because I started realizing that me being a barber is not just being a good barber, but being able to be a good listener and being able to give a good advice, because you're not only a barber, you're a counselor, because a lot of clients gonna come in with problems, and you should be able to talk to them and be able to give good advice in different areas. Because not only do you want your client to look good when he leaves your chair, but you want him to feel good as well, with good thoughts and good ideas in his mind. And you should be able to plant that seed sometime, because that should be your gift as well as being a good barber. As you see now, I got my fast feeds, and I love those clippers for its blending downward, because that blade is so fine. It's like a surgical blade, I think, and it allows you to blend to the point to where you can't even see where the hair start blending. And I love that look. It makes it look very, very professional, and it get a client the look that someone been cutting their hair, they know what they're doing. And that's good when a client is wearing your haircut and other people are asking him, where did you get your haircut at? Okay, I'm starting on the line now, because that line is very important, because if you don't have a good line, you don't have a good cut. You can have a decent haircut and a messed up line, you done messed up his hair. But if you have a decent line and an alright cut, you can get away with it. And right now I'm doing something that only a skilled barber really can do, and that's freehand with trimmers. And I don't know where that gift came from, but one day I just all of a sudden just started doing it without even thinking about it. And it really helps me a lot, and it makes that cut look so even, because you're getting all the high hair that's sticking up that normally I would use shears to try to get it, but I don't have to do that, because those trimmers do the best job in doing that. And while I'm talking, I would like for you to subscribe to my YouTube page at Reese the Master Barber. Subscribe, go to the bottom of the page and hit that subscribe button. Give me some thumbs up, give me some comments, and let me know what's on your mind. And as you see, I'm still using those trimmers to get those little wild hairs, to make that cut so even and perfect in its own way. And that's the final touches. Reese the Barber.